It's 3 in the morning. Your house is dead quiet. Suddenly, right outside your bedroom window, a blood-curdling scream rips through the dark. It sounds like someone in absolute panic. Your heart races, your hands sweat. You pull back the blinds, shine a flashlight into the dark backyard, and see nothing, just empty grass and swaying trees. Welcome to the Wild Yard Mystery, where the dark reveals what daytime hides. Most people think sounds like this come from violent crimes, dangerous monsters, or rare killer beasts roaming suburban neighborhoods. Here is the twist. It is almost never a dangerous monster. In fact, the creatures making the most terrifying sounds in your yard are often small, harmless, and probably more afraid of your slippers than you are of them. In this video, backed by real wildlife bioacoustic research, we are going to reveal the tiny, harmless critter falsely blamed for screams for decades, the ghostly flyer whose screech fooled ancient empires, the wild trick that makes two harmless animals sound like 20, and the surprising reason your own brain tricks you into feeling pure terror. Plus, make sure to stay all the way to the end, where I will share a bonus smart yard secret that lets you identify every night sound automatically without ever stepping outside into the cold.
Before we unmask the animals, let's answer a big question. Why do these sounds make your stomach drop instantly? Scientists discovered that normal sounds, like a friend talking, move in smooth, slow waves. But animal distress calls have something called acoustic roughness. Acoustic roughness means the sound wave vibrates super fast and erratically, between 30 and 150 times per second. Your brain's fear center, the amygdala, hears that jagged wave and hits the alarm button instantly, pumping adrenaline before your conscious brain can even ask, "Wait, is that just an owl?" So give yourself some grace. You aren't being paranoid. Your brain is just wired to protect you.
Let's start with a creature that has been blamed for terrifying screams for over a century across the United States, the fisher, or fisher cat. Folklore tells wild stories of fishers screaming like banshees in the trees before pouncing on prey. Here is the truth. Fishers almost never scream. Wildlife biologists at state agencies like Mass Wildlife tracked and recorded them for decades. Fishers are solitary, quiet animals. When they do communicate, they make soft grunts and quiet little chuckles, not midnight shrieks. So if it's not a fisher cat waking you up, what on earth is making that screaming noise?
Look up toward your roof or high tree branches. When you imagine an owl, you probably think of a cute, friendly hoo-hoo. Enter the barn owl. Barn owls do not hoot at all. Instead, they let out a harsh, rasping, ear-splitting shriek that sounds like steam hissing out of a broken pipe. Because their feathers are ghostly pale and they fly in complete silence, seeing and hearing one in the dark has terrified people for centuries. Ancient Romans believed their shrieks were bad omens, warning of fallen leaders, and Aztec legends warned they were messengers from the underworld. In reality, it's just a tired owl calling for its mate or protecting its nest. Have you ever stepped outside at night and heard what sounded like a massive pack of 20 wild dogs howling, yipping, and screaming right behind your fence? Here is one of the wildest twists in all of nature. You are likely hearing only 2 coyotes. Biologists call this the bow-just effect. Coyotes change their pitch so rapidly, jumping from howls to high-pitched yips, barks, and squeals, that their sound waves interlock. Your human ears cannot separate the overlapping notes. In controlled wildlife studies, researchers found that listeners overestimated the pack size by up to 300%. Over 90% of people get fooled by this acoustic trick. 2 coyotes make a tiny territory sound like a giant army, so other animals stay away. Talk about an incredible bluff. Nature is full of incredible tricks like this. If you're loving these backyard revelations, hit that subscribe button right now and turn on notifications so you never miss what's lurking outside. And tell us in the comments below, what is the weirdest sound you have ever heard in your yard at night? Share your story. I read and reply to your experiences.
Now, for the #1 suspect behind 911 calls across North America, the sound of a human screaming for help in the woods. Meet the red fox. During late winter and early spring, female foxes emit a vocalization called the vixen scream. It is an intense, high-pitched wail designed to cut through dense woods and travel over a mile to attract a mate. Because red foxes thrive in suburban backyards, parks, and golf courses, these cries happen feet from residential windows. It sounds so much like a person in danger that police departments routinely have to issue public reminders every winter, assuring folks that it is just a fox looking for love. Historians now know this exact vulpine scream gave birth to the Irish legend of the banshee, the wailing spirit of the night.
Now, as promised, here's your bonus smart yard tip. If you want to know exactly what is prowling around your home without freezing outside in your pajamas, researchers and homeowners now use passive acoustic monitoring, PAM. Small AI-powered smart yard sensors, like Haiku box units or bioacoustic apps, listen to ambient night sounds, filter out traffic and AC noise, and automatically identify the exact bird, fox, or owl species within seconds on your phone. It turns your backyard into a personal nature documentary.
Now that you know what is making all that noise above ground, what happens when you wake up the next morning and find mystery holes all over your lawn? Click right on your screen to watch our next video, 7 secret animals digging holes in your yard and how to identify them. Until next time, keep looking closer, because the greatest mysteries are often hiding in the places we walk past every day.